It's time for our annual roundup of the best snacks in all of Disney World. These are the things that need to make your must-eat list on your next vacation. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. We got some classic iconic snacks and some brand new ones making it onto our list of the best snacks in Disney World for 2021. We're talking massive cookies, outrageous Dole Whip floats, a few divisive snacks, and some of my personal all-time favorite eats. So put away that pen and paper though, because we've already got the list typed up for you. Head to disneyfoodblog.com/2021 snacks to get the full list of our top picks for this year sent straight to your inbox. By entering your email, you'll also get signed up for our free newsletter where we will send you details about all of the newest snacks and all the other news coming out of the Disney parks. Again, that's disneyfoodblog.com/2021 snacks to get the list of all the delicious eats we're about to talk about and to hear from me blah-blahing about all kinds of Disney news on the regular in your email. All right, number one, let's start with a new option, Gideon's Bakehouse cookies. All right, Gideon's Bakehouse has just had its official grand opening in Disney Springs, and while we've been able to get the original chocolate chip cookies from Gideon's at Polite Pig for years, now you can get so many more flavors at their very own standalone shop. We've been talking about these cookies a lot lately, but they truly are outstanding and just $6. Each giant cookie is packed with chocolate chips or peanut butter or white chocolate, depending on which flavor you get. And when I say giant, I mean giant. Each one is about a half a pound, and it is a challenge to finish a whole one by yourself. I have about 10 of them in my freezer right now, and I go through them very slowly. I have like a quarter of a cookie at a time. So if you want to take things to another cookie level, get to Gideon's between 7 and 8 p.m. That's hot cookie hour, where you can get a hot cookie topped with locally made ice cream for $10. All right, number two is the Dole Whip Nachos. This Disney Springs snack has been at the Marketplace Snacks kiosk since the fall of 2019, but we recently tried it again and decided it needed to make our top eats list. It's so unique, and it's something you can't get anywhere else. Number one, you got Dole Whip. You cannot go wrong with this classic. Number two, nachos. Who doesn't love nachos? The chips in this dessert snack are waffle cone pieces, and the classic pineapple Dole Whip soft serve is topped with mango boba pearls, fresh pineapple, strawberry sauce, whipped cream, and rainbow sprinkles. The whole thing will cost you $8.99. It's a fun take on an iconic Disney snack and something a lot of you probably haven't tried yet. All right, number three, let's talk about those spring rolls. The Magic Kingdom Spring Roll Cart has long been a favorite of ours here at DFB. The cart is currently located right at the entrance to Adventureland, and it took a little bit of time for them to return post-park reopening. But you can once again get pepperoni pizza and cheeseburger spring rolls, two of our favorite flavors that have ever been offered. And you can get two for $7.50. And that means you can get two of the cheeseburger, two of the pizza, or you can mix and match to try more than one. Sometimes the cart may have other flavors like Philly cheesesteak or bacon mac and cheese, so be sure to ask, but we haven't seen those for a while. We know that the cheeseburger and the pizza are the most popular, and I think that's kind of what Disney's just going to go with. But they can and often do sell out, so if you want to try this snack, be sure to get there earlier in the day. Number four, another brand new treat, the Everglazed Donuts. You can find these at Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew in Disney Springs. Now, these donuts are very expensive, $5.50 each, but there are a few flavors we're kind of okay splurging on. The Maple Double Bacon Donut, which is made of a maple iced donut loaded with crispy candied bacon, was a definite favorite among our team, though there are plenty of other options if you're not a big fan of candied bacon on pastry. This restaurant also has sandwiches, which you can get on a glazed donut instead of a bun, loaded fries, and a few varieties of cold brew and specialty milks, which are cereal milk, basically. All right, the Kakamora Float back to Magic Kingdom for one of the best snacks we've had in the past few years. You've heard us talk about our love for this float, and if you haven't tried it yet, you really need to. This one is at Aloha Isle in Adventureland. It is coconut soft serve, pineapple juice, blue curacao, and a really tasty chocolate cake pop designed to look like the little Kakamora coconuts in Moana for $6.99. This one might be a favorite among our DFB team, but if you're not into coconut, there are so many other options for Dole Whip flavors and floats around the Magic Kingdom. The Peter Pan float with lime Dole Whip and Sprite at Storybook Treats is another favorite. You're also going to find more unique Dole Whip options at Pineapple Lanai at the Polynesian Village Resort and at Tamu Tamu in Animal Kingdom. Moving on to Fantasyland and Tomorrowland, depending on where they're serving it, let's talk about the Cheshire Cat Tail. This is one of my absolute all-time favorites in Magic Kingdom. It looks so unassuming and boring, but trust me, it is so delicious. It's really more than the sum of its parts. It's a flaky Danish pastry twist filled with chocolate and topped with pink and purple icing reminiscent of that Cheshire Cat. It's $5.49. Right now, the Cheshire Cafe hasn't reopened, but we've been able to get this snack at Lunching Pad or Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe in Tomorrowland. So while it usually lives in Fantasyland, it's been across the street in Tomorrowland lately. Now heading back to New Fantasyland, let's talk about the Gray Stuff Cupcake. This is an iconic snack for the park, and it's brand new that you can get it outside of Be Our Guest restaurant. So this one is the Gray Stuff Cupcake for $5.49. It's also called the Master's Cupcake sometimes. Now, this cupcake isn't just something you should get to say that you've tried the gray stuff. It is actually delicious. The icing on this cupcake is a cookies and cream Oreo flavor, and it's really, really good. Plus, this gives you a reason to go in and check out Gaston's Tavern, which is worth a visit to see the fun theming. Now, yeah, you can get that giant cinnamon roll or a LeFou's Brew here. We do love that cinnamon roll, but this cupcake is a solid standard in the park all on its own. All right, who's ready for some more savory snacks? We had to include corn dog nuggets on this list, even though we have a few caveats. Casey's Corner in Magic Kingdom is not currently open. This is the spot to get your corn dog nuggets since they come with plastic cheese here automatically. You can currently get corn dog nuggets at the Westward Ho kiosk over in Frontierland, but they're not quite as good as the ones from Casey's, and they're gonna come with the pre-packaged cheese sauce. Still okay, but again, not the same stuff you'll get at Casey's. If you're visiting and Casey's is still closed, you can also get a hand-dipped corn dog at Sleepy Hollow, which is also pretty great. And yes, corn dogs are not original to Disney World, but there's just something about them that we can't pass up. Next up, we're heading to something a little fancier than corn dogs. We're going to talk about the charcuterie at Baseline Taphouse. We're going over to Hollywood Studios to a snack that was nominated for this list by several of our team members. Now, Baseline Taphouse is located just before you head into Galaxy's Edge, right across from Muppet's Courtyard. You can get several different craft beers here or a flight, and though the snack menu is limited, this charcuterie board is a slam dunk. Now, here's the kicker. This plate is just $10 and includes a few different California-based cheeses, chorizo, salami, and some toasted baguettes, along with cornichons and grapes. Now, it's such a good deal. We also really love the Bavarian pretzel here. So, if you're in Hollywood Studios and you need a snack, try Baseline Taphouse if you want some of those grown-up eats. Now, Epcot's France Pavilion has so many amazing snacks, but we've got to highlight, well, everything at l'Artisan des Glaces. You can get macaron ice cream sandwiches, croque glacé, which is an ice cream sandwich pressed in a brioche bun, and ice cream martinis. There are seasonal flavors offered here, which means you got a lot of options, and we've had a chance to create several delicious hacks and combos. You can make custom martinis with your choice of ice cream and alcohol. We've made a pina colada, which is pina colada ice cream with a shot of rum, gingerbread, which is gingerbread ice cream with a shot of chilled rum topped with chocolate sauce, and pumpkin spice, which is a scoop of pumpkin spice ice cream, a pumpkin spice macaron, and a shot of spiced rum topped with caramel drizzle. Macaron sandwiches are just $5 here, the croque glacé is $7.04, and the ice cream martini is $11.97. Also over in Epcot's World Showcase in the Norway Pavilion at Kringla Bakery Og Cafe is one of the Disney World classics, a very divisive snack though. This pastry is a semi-sweet bun filled with custard and topped with icing and shredded coconut. It's a traditional Norwegian pastry called school bread, and it's often sold at school bake sales, and it has been at Epcot since the beginning. Some people love it, some people absolutely hate it, and some people just don't get the appeal. 2021 is the year to decide where you stand on school bread. Speaking of divisive, let's go to Galaxy's Edge. Did you even go to Disney World's new Star Wars land if you didn't try the blue milk? Now, it's a must get even if it is a little weird. You're gonna find this slushie at the milk stand in Galaxy's Edge. The blue version is kind of a fruity flavor. It's supposed to be dragon fruit, but doesn't anyone really know what that tastes like? And you can get a green milk if you prefer something a little more like perfume-y, if you want to drink something floral. I don't love these, but I'm going to talk about them because I know it's important to try them when you're there. Both are rice and coconut milk, non-dairy, semi-frozen slushes, and they also come spiked with rum or tequila if you want yours to have an extra kick. The non-alcoholic versions are $7.99. It's $14 if you get them spiked. Now, if I'm being honest, this is a one and done for me, but it's definitely something you should try at least once. Maybe split it with your family in case you too are not a big fan. Also in Hollywood Studios, it's time to share a few more of my all-time favorites. These next 3 snacks are all there in the studios, which I generally don't consider to be a great place for food in Disney World, but these snacks put that theory to the test. Okay, the park still doesn't have any amazing restaurants except for maybe Hollywood Brown Derby or Brown Derby Lounge, but you have to save some room for these desserts. The Carrot Cake Cookie has had some changes over the years. The first version was served at Writer's Stop, and those of you, let's pour one out for Writer's Stop, y'all. That was the perfect ratio of cake to icing as far as I'm concerned. Now, the newer version is still delicious. The carrot cake slices are larger, but that's still filled with that tasty cream cheese icing for $3.99. You can get that at Trolley Car Cafe, which is the Starbucks for Hollywood Studios. Now, $3.99 for that huge treat. That is a great deal, you guys. Just a killer deal. Now, this treat is a legend at this point, and if you haven't had it, you gotta try it. Next, we're going to the Wookie Cookie. All right, this is a new sandwich cookie that entered the Hollywood Studios scene in December 2019. And it's still one of my absolute favorites, and I'm not gonna lie, it might challenge the carrot cake cookie once in a while for my favorite. Now, it's an oatmeal cookie sandwich. It's at Backlot Express, and it features 2 really good oatmeal cookies, like those buttery, chewy oatmeal cookies, sandwiched together with a fluffy whoopie pie cream filling. It's topped off with a chocolate bar designed to look like Chewbacca's bandolier for $5.99. Now, in a perfect world, and I actually did this research, I would scrape the filling out of the Wookie oatmeal cookie sandwich and replace it with the carrot cake cream cheese icing. So I'd have the 2 oatmeal cookies from the Wookie cookie with the cream cheese icing from the carrot cake cookie inside. That would be my ideal frosting cookie sandwich. But since they don't make that, both of these are still winners, and they really are both at the top of my list in Hollywood Studios. All right, number 15, the Butterfinger Cupcake. This cupcake has come and gone a few times, and while the first version, that was perfect, has not returned, the current version is still worthy of making our best snacks in Disney World list. You used to be able to get the Peanut Butter Crunch Cupcake, which is the official name of the Butterfinger Cupcake that it used to be called, at Trolley Car Cafe, but right now it's over on Sunset Boulevard at Rosie's All-American Cafe. This is a chocolate cupcake topped with peanut butter buttercream frosting. It used to be vanilla, but now it's peanut butter, and covered with a peanut butter candy shell and 2 chocolate Mickey ears for $4.99. It's a peanut butter and chocolate lover's dream, and you know that's what I am. So inside the cake is kind of a chocolate fudge. Now, when we had this version before, it was much more syrupy, so almost like a chocolate syrup, but now it's definitely back to a fudgy filling like it was in the original version. So I don't know what you're gonna get, but that's the most recent version we've had just a couple weeks ago. All right, number 16 is the Strawberry Shortcake Ice Cream Sandwich. Oh, it's so good, you guys. We're over in Dino Land in Animal Kingdom at Dino Bite Snacks, and it's a little unassuming kiosk that has some awesome ice cream sandwiches. I tell you guys all the time, Disney puts its best stuff in these random places you would never expect. Now, right now in January 2021, they're serving the Strawberry Shortcake Ice Cream Sandwich, which is basically a cookie version of those old school strawberry shortcake ice cream bars. Nostalgic, totally delicious. But the varieties change out seasonally. So around the holidays, we see a peppermint version with chocolate cookies and peppermint ice cream. And we've seen pumpkin spice cookies with vanilla ice cream in the fall, and mint chocolate chip on chocolate cookies for St. Patrick's Day. They're all tasty, though the strawberry shortcake is one of our favorites, with the holiday peppermint a close second. All right, number 17, let's talk Cheeseburger Pods, y'all. Over in Pandora in Animal Kingdom at Satuli Canteen is a snack that has ended up on a few of our best snack lists, even a best snack list created by our Instagram followers. People love the Cheeseburger Pods. You're gonna find cheeseburger steamed pods on the kids menu for $7.99, or on the regular menu, yay, they were off the regular menu for a while, but now they're back, for $11.49. The kids version comes with 1 pod, adults version comes with 2. Remember, anyone can order order a kids meal at quick service restaurants in Disney World. So if you just want a small snack, order the kids version. They're basically a McDonald's cheeseburger inside a bao bun. They're simple and delicious and will please picky eaters and those looking for something a little different. We even have a recipe over on the blog if you want to make these at home. Our editor Jessica made them in her house. She made up the recipe too. So if you want to try them, she says they're really, really easy and really, really delicious. All right, number 18, we got to go back to the sweet stuff, Ohana bread pudding. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort has some truly iconic restaurants and fan favorite dishes, but no best snacks in Disney World list is complete without the Ohana bread pudding. This is probably the best bread pudding I've ever had, and I've had a lot of them. It's topped with vanilla ice cream and a bananas Foster caramel sauce, and I know Ohana is still closed right now, but don't worry, you can still get this as a snack. You could always get it a la carte at Tambu Lounge, which is the bar just next to Ohana, as part of their secret menu, and they're still making it even though the restaurant hasn't reopened. You can now get the bread pudding at Kona Cafe. It may not come with the usual banana sauce, it comes with a caramely sauce now, but the 2 times we gotten it there, it's still been super, super tasty, and beggars can't be choosers. If you want awesome Polynesian resort bread pudding, it's real, real close over there at Kona Cafe at the moment. All right, next we're going to talk about one of my very favorites. I fought to have this in this list, peanut butter pie. This is another one of my personal favorites. Like I said, it's been around since 2015 at Contempo Cafe at the Contemporary Resort. So other people love this one too. Disney's not going to keep the duds around that long. This one's filled with a peanut butter cream cheese filling, and it's almost like a cookie dough consistency, and that's on top of a layer of vanilla cream inside a vanilla shell, drizzled with chocolate ganache. That peanut butter filling is almost like a fudge. I mean, it's a cookie dough fudge. It's so rich. It's so decadent. Very indulgent, and it's an absolute must for peanut butter lovers. This is one of those treats that I like to take back to my room and eat all by myself because I just don't want to share this with anybody. All right, next one is the Daily Poutine. All of those seasonal poutines that you can get in Disney Springs. So Daily Poutine serves exactly what it sounds like, poutine. But on top of the classic cheese curds and gravy, you're going to find lots of unique twists on the Canadian French fry dish. The menu regularly features a Latin version with yucca and mojo pork, Italian bolognese fries, and more, but there are seasonal varieties that knock it out of the park. Butter chicken with Indian curry, turkey poutine that's like a Thanksgiving dinner on top of French fries, and the Oktoberfest version with bratwurst and sauerkraut. Those are just a few of those seasonal options. Now, these are very, very filling snacks. They're huge, and they're just $9.99, so this is very easily shareable among a whole family, definitely 2 adults for a lunch. Next must-have snack we want to talk about is another kind of group of snacks. These are our festival favorites. So these are 100% a must-get if you are in Disney World during an Epcot festival. There's so much to see, do, and eat at those festivals, and there are a few things that come back year after year that have to make it onto our best snacks list. First up, that Canadian cheddar cheese soup. Of course, you're going to find this at the Canada booth during the Food and Wine Festival. It's the same soup you'll get inside Le Cellier, the table service restaurant in Canada, but here you don't need to worry about a reservation and you can get as much of it as you want. Now, we also have to talk about the brie in a bread bowl, which is there right now. This one appears during the Festival of the Arts at the France booth. And if you're headed to Disney before February 22nd, you can catch it this year. This is melty brie cheese in a bread bowl. Need I say more? Or if you're in Epcot for Festival of the Holidays, catch the cheese fondue in a bread bowl over at the Bavaria Holiday Kitchen. That festival usually happens at the end of November and during December. Now, the Schinkennudeln, right? Did I say that right? Okay. Is a returning favorite at the Germany booth during Food and Wine. This is a baked mac and cheese gratin, and you can find something similar at Summerfest and Epcot's Germany pavilion throughout the year, but this festival version is the best. And if you're not sure where to start your Epcot Festival Day, the booths in France and Mexico nearly always make our best of the fest list every single year. So those are good ones to start with. All right, let's talk Pongu Lumpia. This next one might be a little divisive. You either hate it or you love it, and our team is split, but I love it, so it's definitely making my list. You're going to find the Pongu Lumpia at the Pongu kiosk in Pandora in Animal Kingdom. It's right next to the entrance to Flight of Passage. This is a cream cheese and pineapple-filled spring roll, and if you're not a cream cheese person, I won't be offended if you skip it, but I'm not really a cream cheese person either, not straight cream cheese anyway, so the fact that this is sweetened with that pineapple, it's actually really, really good. But I won't be offended if you skip it if you know you're not a cream cheese person. Now, this is an awesome blend of sweet, fruity, and tangy. It's perfect for a quick breakfast. It's a very light treat, and it's a good snack anytime. It's only $3.29. All right, now we gotta go back to mac and cheese. Mac and cheese tots. Did you know they had mac and cheese tots in Disney World? Well, I'm gonna tell you all about them. At Friar's Nook in Magic Kingdom, they are serving up those carb-loaded, cheesy goodness tots, creamy, delicious mac and cheese surrounded by a ring of tater tots and topped with bacon. Kids love it, adults love it, everyone loves it. For $10.99, this is a very hearty meal to power your Magic Kingdom day, and you can also get just loaded tots or just mac and cheese if the combo is a bit too many carbs for you and a bit too indulgent or too much for you. Number 24 on our list is Zebra Domes. I had to include this iconic Animal Kingdom Lodge snack on the list. This is another kind of love it or hate it snack, but this bite-sized dessert has a huge cult following, so I wanted to let you know about it if you're headed to Disney World. You can currently buy them in the gift shop at Kidani Village, though you can usually get a pre-packaged 4-pack at the Mara, which is the quick service restaurant at Jambo House when it's open, or on the buffet at Boma. But those two restaurants still haven't really reopened just yet. Mara was open for a little while there. So what are Zebra Domes? They're little bite-sized panna cotta-like mousse domes, and the mousse is made with amarula liqueur on top of little chocolate disc and topped with a coating of white chocolate. There's also a little round of almost like sponge cake in there. So if you haven't tried them yet, you've got to. They're iconic. They've been around for years and they aren't going away anytime soon. Now, if you want to try a gluten-free version, they will often have those too. Those ones just get rid of the little sponge cake. All right, next up, that Nutella sandwich. This is our last official snack on this list, and it comes with a time-sensitive warning. You can only get this one before 11 a.m. right now. Sleepy Hollow in Magic Kingdom is a really unassuming snack kiosk that has consistently had some of the best eats in the whole park, and we're still wishing that churro ice cream sandwich would come back. But this snack has stuck around for a while, even if it's been relegated to the breakfast menu now. It's a hot, fresh waffle topped with hazelnut spread, which is Nutella, and fresh strawberries and blueberries. It's really good. There's bananas on there. That fruit makes it seem way healthier than it is, and it's huge. It's definitely shareable. Now, this used to be available all day, so hopefully it comes back to the full-time menu, but for now, you're going to need to get there before 11 a.m. to get it. Okay, now I wanted to give a shout out to a few snacks that definitely would have made this list if they were around right now. Since Disney World is still reopening and not all restaurants are back and not all menus are as full as they once were before the park closures, we're really hoping these items do come back sometime in 2021. Of course, we'll be the first to let you know, so be sure to follow along here with us on the channel over at DisneyFoodBlog.com and on our newsletter too. And you can sign up for our newsletter through the link in the description of this video. Okay, so the first honorable mention is the cheese in a bread bowl at Leal. Now, I know you're saying, AJ, you just told us about cheese in a bread bowl. Did you forget? No, I did not forget, viewer. But this is a different cheese in a different bread bowl. So if you're not in Epcot during a festival that has a bread bowl filled with cheese, head to Leal in the back of the France Pavilion to see if this dish has come back on the menu. This is a larger portion. It's huge than just the festival versions, which are little. So it's a big bread bowl with a ton of brie cheese in there. Absolutely over the top indulgent and amazing. So if you are lucky enough to be at Leal when they have that on the menu, you definitely got to get it. Next is those Mickey beignets. The Port Orleans resorts have yet to open, which means we still can't get Mickey beignets in Disney World. As soon as Port Orleans French Quarter does reopen, we'll be there at Scat Cats Club for those adorable beignets. This is usually the only place you can get them in Disney World. And you can also get boozy beignets, which are not Mickey shaped, but they come with a little pipette of Kahlua or Bailey's or sometimes Godiva chocolate to squeeze into the center. And also, let's talk about gourmet popcorn. Disney World popcorn is great, but you know what's even better? Flavored Disney popcorn. Some of these flavors have appeared, then disappeared again during the park's reopening, but we hope to see all of them back sometime in 2021. You're going to find maple popcorn in the Canada Pavilion in Epcot or in Frontierland in Magic Kingdom. Then you can find cheddar, buffalo, and sour cream and chive, also in Epcot. There's usually a cart by the Imagination Pavilion. But we've also seen these flavors sold inside the Epcot Experience building on the other side of the park. And then the Outpost mix. Yeah, we know not all of you love this kind of weird, sweet, savory, and spicy popcorn mix that's served at Katsaka's Kettle in the marketplace at Galaxy's Edge and Hollywood Studios. But at almost a year without it, we're kind of starting to miss it. So there it is, our top picks for snacks in 2021. We've eaten it all, and we've been at this for years, so you can trust us to know which eats are the best of the best. Hopefully we'll see some of our other favorites return this year as the parks move toward being fully reopened, and maybe we'll find some brand new favorites that will make this list next year. Subscribe to this channel and our newsletter to stay up to date on all the latest happenings in Disney World, and follow along with us each and every day on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. And remember, if you want this whole list without having to take notes, you can get it over at disneyfoodblog.com/2021snacks. Just sign up for our totally free newsletter. We will send this list right to your inbox. Thank you guys for listening, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.